as soon as I see that Harland Williams is in San Diego, I go, this is my day.
Yeah.
This is it. I'm so happy. I love it, man. I love when Harland is in town. He is back at the American Comedy Company. You got to go check him out. Couple shows tonight, couple shows tomorrow night. Yeah. Harlan, you're a legend. You're back.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
We love having you in.
Yeah.
And
thanks. What a treat.
I was always wondering.
Yeah.
Because today is April 1st.
Oh,
April Fool's Day.
That's right.
Is that a big thing in a comedian's world, or is it just like whatever?
No, it's not. I think it's a thing when you're a kid.
Yeah. You want to pull the prank.
Yeah, and you have to ask yourself, am I really here right now? Because that would be my prank. I would send a hologram to like a ghost. But no, I don't think it's not a thing really. No. For even for most adults, I don't think it's a thing anymore.
Oh, yeah, tell somebody else.
Yeah, me and my wife are pulling a hysterical prank.
Not hysterical.
On my father-in-law now.
It's really creepy.
For the last 3 months. Yeah. He isn't a fan of... She used to be in Jehovah's Witness church.
Right.
So we're going to... she did it for 25 years. So we're going to say that I'm considering joining the church and trying to bring her back in. And he's not going to know.
To upset his in-laws.
He's not a religious guy.
My wife thinks it's hysterical.
Wow.
It's really stupid.
Yeah. It seems like in America they should change it to lawsuit day.
Yes.
Because nowadays you do a trick on anybody and it seems like a lot of people have lost their sense of humor.
Yeah.
And it's like,
you don't say Will Smith.
Just sense of humor.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, Harlan, what a bizarre scene that was. Were you watching the Academy Awards, or did you watch it after?
I didn't watch, but I saw it afterwards, and it's funny because I just worked with Chris about 10 days ago.
Oh, get out of here!
Yeah,
no way.
I think I can say this both. He followed me at the Comedy Store. We were doing a show together at the Comedy Store in Los Angeles, and. Yeah, it was just kind of sad because it's like, the Oscars was one of kind of the last bastions of classy affairs in America.
Yeah. Great point.
And now it's like WWF all of a sudden. And it's like there's some things that are still sort of classy. So it's like now that the Oscars is a slap fest.
Yes.
That's like if National Geographic did a swimsuit issue in the Amazon. You know what I mean? Or Rolls Royce put out a Beetle. Yeah. Or Prada put out log rolling shoes. It's just like, can we not? It's like we're losing everything slowly one by one.
A Rolex checks your heart rate now.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Wow. What is this?
Mickey Mouse Rolex watch. Yeah, it's just
Mickey Mouse.
It's crazy, man.
It's
what
kind of a bummer. Yeah, and slapping's weird. I was actually.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah.
I thought that
a real man punches, right?
That was my first
Harlan.
thought. You slap?
You slap.
I thought, you punch.
Like he walked up there like cocky and he was
Tough
strutting.
Yeah.
And then he slapped him like Meryl Streep,
Why didn't he take off his glove and hit him across the face with it?
How dare you slap?
I challenge you to a duel.
Yeah. It's bizarre. I was actually slapped once. So this was probably I'd say about 12 years ago. I was at a bar. And a guy he just walked up.
A man slapped you.
A man slapped me.
I don't know why I immediately assumed it was a woman.
Yeah.
And I grew up playing hockey, and for the dudes, you're probably for women too. When someone accosts you violently, usually what happens is it's like a thermometer. You go into the red zone,
100%.
like you just right.
So
you freak.
I never got along with my sister when we were growing up. She's older. She was horrific.
Yeah, I hate her too.
Thank you. I knew that's why we're boys.
Yeah.
So one time we're in a massive argument, and at this point I'm in my teens. I'm probably 15, 16, and I'm bigger than her now at this point.
Yeah.
Well, we're in an argument face to face. She decides I'm gonna haul off and slap me across the face.
Ooh.
Right.
The red you're talking about.
Right.
I still remember to this. I chased her around the house. She locked the bathroom door. I kicked it down. She climbed out of the bathroom door and ran out down the street.
Oh, my God.
If I would have got a hold of her, I would probably be in jail, right? Because you see red when you... Chris was just like, oh, okay. I got slapped.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like, wow.
It's like when you're a dude and you get slapped. When I got slapped by that guy, I was just... Instead of going into the red zone... I just got completely confused because I went, wait, did a full-grown dude just slap me?
And may I ask why? Why
That's
did you
what
get
I
slapped?
don't know. It
You
was
don't
weird.
know. Oh, there was
so
no reason?
I was meeting a girl on a date. I think it was our second date.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I
Harlan.
walk into the bar, and
Okay.
she's there talking to a guy.
Okay.
And I walk up, and she goes, "This is Sam." I'm like, "Hey, dude, how you doing?" Like,
Yeah.
totally beautiful greeting.
Okay.
And then he said, "Hey, we motored off to go sit down and
Yeah.
be alone because
Yeah.
we're on a date." And about half an hour later, this guy all of a sudden comes over with like shots.
Okay.
And he puts them down on the table. He goes, "Hey, I bought you guys shots." And we were like, "Oh, great,
Sam,
thanks,
you're the
dude."
best.
And then, wham, out of nowhere, this guy like
Stop it.
slapped me across the face. And I was so like, I didn't know if he was joking. I
Yeah.
didn't know. It's a guy slapped me. Like, I couldn't even get mad. I wanted to go into the red, and I just went, "Dude!"
Yeah.
I stood up and go, "What was that?" Like,
Did he explain?
he had no explanation, and he was a shorter guy.
Oh.
And then as I stood up and kind of confronted him, I didn't know what to do because I was so like
Thrown
confused
off,
by
yes.
it. And then all of a sudden I saw like 4 of his buddies like just standing there waiting to roll, and I think he was trying to instigate something. So it was,
Oh, because he knew who you were.
I don't know what it
Maybe,
was.
yeah.
I don't know
it
what
was-
it was,
Yeah.
but the slap is the weirdest thing.
It
So
really
Will
is.
Smith needed that's why I wonder if it was staged, because if you want to defend your woman, you throw knuckles at a
Right,
guy.
right,
You
right.
don't
Yeah.
slap him.
So the greatest thing that ever to happen was I'm a huge Will Smith fan.
Yeah.
So me and my wife were watching something else, and I go, "Hey, I want to see Will Smith win this Oscar." So I just happened to turn it on at that moment.
Oh,
and
wow.
Obviously, I thought it was staged. I'm like, "Oh, this is fake."
Yeah.
But then when he started yelling from the
Right.
because I even think after he slapped him that Chris Rock thought it was staged still, or he was
Yeah.
Are
playing
we doing
around
a
with
bit? What
Yeah.
are we doing
because
here?
maybe that's why he didn't
Yeah.
react.
Yeah.
But then when he started yelling,
Oh.
it was like, whoa, it was
Yeah.
crazy.
It was weird.
And
It
why
was
do you
weird.
think Chris Rock didn't go after him? Because he kind of, for a second, was about to just let him have it, like verbally.
Because verbally he
verbally
could have
destroyed him.
Yeah,
You know?
I think it was like I said, the slap
The
is so
stunning.
He
disarming.
had it, Harlan's reaction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
On
you're
stage,
like
like, what?
confused.
Thrown off.
Yeah, and
And-
Will's
and-
a big dude, right?
And let's
Yeah.
let's put it in context. You're on stage
At the Oscars, in
Right.
front of these
Right.
massive
and now
celebrities.
this guy's yelling curse words at me. You must be like, am I in the Twilight Zone?
I would
What's
have just
happening?
I would have said, "Hey, Will, congratulations! That's the best $200 million slap I've ever received." I would have sued him right on
Oh,
stage.
right, yeah,
Yeah,
right.
that's what
On
Jim Carrey
stage.
said too.
Yeah, that's
Now,
right.
Chris didn't press charges. He didn't because there
No.
apparently we're hearing that there were cops there
Right.
ready to arrest Will.
Backstage.
But if Chris puts the word out, he goes, "You're done." But
Yeah.
Chris said,
Oh,
"No,
that
don't
would have
worry
been
about it."
great.
Yeah,
Would you have said, "You know what? Get this guy out of here"?
Yeah, I would have.
Really?
I would. He assaulted.
assault.
It's
Yeah, it's
assault.
assault.
And it's also. It's not only that. It's the humiliation.
That's
it's
the-
the degradation.
The
It's
videos
like-
everywhere.
Yeah.
I would rather be
meme.
punched than slapped.
I would too,
You know,
because
because now I
then.
know I'm in a fight.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
get slapped. I'm like, wait, what?
How do I
Yeah.
react to this?
Well,
Yeah.
here's the worst part.
Slap off.
Here's what I hated is Will like stood up the way he walked across the stage like a cowboy,
Yeah.
like Clint
Yeah.
Eastwood.
Let's go.
And then that slap came out fast, like he was like it was like
Well, it's
Bruce
Muhammad
Lee
Ali.
speed.
He's
Yeah,
Muhammad Ali.
And then it's like, okay, here's this guy. He manned up, slaps a guy, and then 45 minutes later, he's crying like a schoolgirl. I'm like, dude, are you a tough guy,
Which
or
one?
are you
What are we doing
in
here?
an all-girls boarding school field hockey team? Like,
Wow, field hockey.
you know what I mean?
don't
And then he
know.
was
It's like-
crying, saying he's all about love, and he
Yeah.
just slapped the guy in the face.
Peace and love.
Peace
Yeah.
and love.
Peace and love.
What the hell?
I don't know, man.
I was
Ridiculous.
watching it, and I'm like, am I taking crazy pills?
Yeah,
This is the
yeah,
wildest
yeah.
thing I've ever seen.
is.
Yeah,
And everyone's applauding.
Yeah, that was the other thing. It's just like,
Now, Harlan, how would you have reacted if you were in the audience? Because I was telling these guys, if I saw that, I
Yeah.
would have stood up like a Karen and started screaming like security or citizens arrest.
Arrest that man.
right.
Like what? What would you have done anything or would you?
I think the shock factor. At first, I would have thought it was a bit.
Yeah.
First of all,
Yeah.
okay, and
I
then
think we all did. But I think the audience did,
I
too.
think they
Yeah.
did.
Because
What-
initially you watch it back, they laugh.
Yeah,
And they kind of go,
'cause-
oh.
right, because you'd never expect someone to do that. So you go, it's got to be staged
Yeah.
and blah blah. But then when he started swearing and stuff,
Yes.
It turned.
yeah, and then
Lupita
at the,
Nyong'o didn't know what was going on.
She did not.
I
She
was sitting behind.
She was
Her
confused.
face was hysterical.
Yeah.
Say that name again, please.
Lupita Nyong'o.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Oh, that's
Hollywood Hollywood's wild.
That
right?
should be a spice or something. Can I get some more Campita Nwongo on my salmon, please?
A little too much.
Roll back the Campita Nwongo.
No, I mean, Harlan,
Or a trailer. It sounds like it could be a motorhome. Like, how about my new 17-foot Capito Canongo or whatever?
That's true. My parents would definitely buy that trailer.
Yeah.
It's like Nelly Furtado. It feels like it should be a yogurt. It's Nelly Furtado.
So good.
Or when you stub your toe, Nelly Furtado. You know what I mean? Some names just, they're not real.
I don't know.
It's like Winnie the Pooh. Who came up with that one?
I don't know.
Speaking of poo, have you ever got the emoji with the piece of poo with eyes on it?
Yes. Turd emoji.
What the hell is that?
I don't know.
If you go to the bathroom and you look down and your movement is looking back at
That's a
you,
bad sign.
you better get to a tapeworm doctor, bro. What is that? Who
Bad
came
sign,
up
Harlan.
with
That's
that?
a bad sign, Harlan.
I sent that emoji to a fat friend of mine. She texted back. She goes, "Good idea. Let's go get frozen yogurt."
Tells you where her head's at. Real quick, Harlan, you got to tell me about your shirt because that thing is crazy.
What is that?
So I do these. I'm an artist, obviously,
Yes,
and so I draw. Everyone wears brand names and logos
You were
and
telling
everything.
about your website last time you were in here that you created.
Right,
You did
I
it for like a friend, and then they didn't want it. Now you do it.
Right, so now
That's
I
right.
created a new website because I started doing this thing where I draw with Sharpies directly on the T-shirt, so they're one of a kind.
Oh, each one's an original?
Yeah, each
That's
one.
not a print.
This is an original
That's
right here
cool.
that I drew, and so I created a website called hardbling.com, and so people can go and buy and
One of a
wear
kind.
an original piece of art.
Now,
and,
what was the inspiration behind this piece?
This
Yeah.
one was just, I was in kind of a wild mood today, and I call this shirt Wild Willie Wingnut, and I just wanted to draw a guy that just was like out
crazy.
of control.
He's crazy.
Yeah, it's just kind of
That
manic.
looked like Will when he was yelling at Chris Ryan.
It's pretty wild.
I love it.
But, yeah,
awesome.
so I just wanted people to have something that they could wear around that's like
I'm on the
original.
website now. Yeah,
there's-
hardbling.com.
That's
It's really
crazy.
cool.
Thank you,
That's
thank
really
you. Yeah,
awesome.
and
what a neat
people
idea.
love them, and I posted these ones this morning before I came here, and I
cool.
think 3 of them are already gone.
about
so
that? That's
yeah,
so cool,
so
man.
it's just
Wow.
it's a neat way for people to have something original
Absolutely.
and fresh. So yeah,
I love that stuff,
Yeah.
man. Well, go see Harlan.
Yes.
He's performing this weekend, American Comedy Company tonight and tomorrow night, and stay in your seats.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay in your
enjoy.
seats. Don't come up on stage
No.
and Nelly Furtado me or Bowengo Bowongo me or whatever.
Oh,